What is medieval urban planning in historic city centers? Imagine walking through a city where every street tells a story of its past. Medieval urban planning shaped many Southeast European city centers, creating places full of history and character. During the Middle Ages, from the 5th to the 15th century, towns grew in ways that reflected their needs for defense, trade, and community life. Unlike the neat grid patterns of ancient Greek and Roman cities, medieval towns often developed more naturally, following the land's shape and existing roads. Some new towns, especially those built later, used planned street layouts with straight, intersecting roads. City walls and gates were common features, built to protect residents from invaders and conflicts. These walls defined the city limits and kept the surrounding countryside at bay. Central squares or marketplaces were the heart of these towns, where people gathered to trade, socialize, and hold festivals. Streets in older towns often followed the land's natural contours, winding around hills or rivers, while newer planned towns used straight lines for easier navigation. Civic buildings like town halls and religious structures, such as churches or mosques, were placed prominently to show authority and community identity. Water supply systems, often adapted from Roman infrastructure, helped keep the towns functioning, though their effectiveness varied. The influence of earlier civilizations is clear in Southeast European cities. Greek and Roman cities introduced grid plans, forums, and main roads that sometimes remained visible centuries later. Byzantine rulers added fortifications and religious monuments, shaping the city's skyline. Later Ottoman rulers introduced covered markets called bazaars and new administrative buildings. Walking through a historic city center in this region often reveals a layered mix of architecture and street patterns from different eras. Understanding medieval urban planning helps us see why city streets and squares look the way they do today. It also guides efforts to preserve these areas, keeping their unique character alive. For example, protecting ancient city walls or maintaining lively market squares helps retain the city's history. Southeast European cities are especially diverse because they served as crossroads between East and West. Their urban layouts reflected this mix, with irregular streets shaped by geography, trade routes, and defensive needs. In essence, medieval urban planning in Southeast Europe's historic centers is a story of adaptation. It shows how communities built for protection, commerce, and daily life, leaving behind a rich, layered environment that continues to define these cities today.